communicating with ourselves, the truth. And now we are here to express our gratitude for who we are, what we are, and who created us, and who created the entire nature, and being grateful about it. So we'll start our practice today, and every day we will go through the prayer of gratitude for our creation as we wake up in the morning, as we go to the bed. We'll also find time to go and revise the chapter, reread, and see what is new we have found. What's the new understanding? So, without miss, we are going to repeat it every day. And for today, we are going to practice 1, 2, 3 day practice together. But individually, when we wake up and when we go to bed, we will continue our count day 1, 2, 3, 4 as we have started from English or Hindi sessions. All right. So, with that, I would like to invite Nehaji for today's session to go through the chapter, the prayers, and the meditation. So, welcome, Nehaji.
Thank you, Preetiji. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here, and I welcome everyone for this wonderful week of gratitude. We will be feeling this forgotten language of gratitude, which we generally don't really, we are not aware. Little bit. So
Nehaji, your network is very weak. We are missing you. You are breaking. I think she dropped. Nehaji,
yes.
are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. But I think my connection is a bit unstable. But let's try. Can Shailesh share that chapter? Can anybody share it?
I let me share.
Okay.
Can you see it now?
Yes, can see it. Maybe you can just increase the width. It's visible, so I can start reading. Okay. So let's start with the review week. Am I audible now, Preetiji? Is it
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Good. So this is a review week. Each day this week, you will experience a capsule of each of the 7 preceding weeks. This will give you a clear picture of the progress you have already made, and it will give a chance for the experiences to be clearly yours before we move on. So, as it is quite self-explanatory that whatever progress that we have already made, it is a good chance to review everything that we have learned in the first few weeks and where we have come through all this learning, because we are not only learning but practically applying this in our life. So we might have witnessed growth, our own growth. So it's a good pit stop to just go back, look back. We go in the past now for the right reasons to see what we have learned. So let's come to the first day practice. As soon as possible after waking up, and again just before going to bed, slowly read and understand this prayer. So let's just feel these words. Dear God, my Creator, I thank you for making me in your image. I thank you for giving me the same qualities that are yours. I thank you. I thank you for your love, for the love. I thank you for happiness, joy, and bliss. I thank you for the knowledge. I thank you for the peace. And I thank you for the abundance. I pray now that I am led back to realize my whole self. So this prayer, the first week, when we were feeling all the God qualities, we were feeling the pulsation in our heart, and we were aligning ourselves with all the God qualities, we felt these qualities. We, every night we had to align ourselves with some of the qualities and feel it for ourselves. So this is an acknowledgement that we have felt it, and now we are giving it back. We are praying. So for 5 to 10 minutes today, sit quietly and experience love pulsating in your heart. Then, as you lie quietly before going to sleep, think of some of God's qualities. Unify with those qualities by claiming them for yourself. So, like the first week practice, we have to do this quiet time practice beginning from day 1. This is the day 1 practice. So, where we have to sit quietly and feel that love in our heart, and also think of the God qualities and claim those qualities for ourselves because they belong to us. So that way we align ourselves. So, and then we have to repeat this prayer as soon as we wake up in the morning and we go to sleep. Then I'll just read the second day practice. This is again, as soon as possible after waking up and just before going to bed, slowly read and understand this prayer. Dear God, my Creator, thank you for creating me and all of creation with love. Thank you for giving me the ability to feel and experience love, that which is the basis of everything. Thank you for creating me, my whole self, the name that you got in the first week, the name that we got in the second week. Thank you for creating me as perfect and unchanging, the same this minute as when I was created. Is my voice breaking, Preeti?
No, it's good.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay. So this is the second day practice that we have to think about. We asked for a name in this week. So we have to acknowledge that practice that we did together.
Yes, we can do it any time, any number of times. Morning, evening is suggested, but in the whole throughout the day, we can do it as many times as we like.
Yeah. So this is the prayer that we have to do for second day, thinking of that name that we got in the second week. During a 5 to 10 minute quiet period, focus on your heart and feel love pulsate from there to all the cosmos. Feel that love as your connection to everyone and everything. Then allow the name of your higher self to appear as it did the second week. Float with your attention on your higher self's name. So this is the quiet time practice that we have to do. We have to focus on our heart, feel the love, and then send love to everyone and everything. And during this, we have to ask for the name. If your name is already there, you can just feel grateful for that name and be with the practice. Throughout the day, whenever you think about it, say, I am love, and I send love to this name. So this is a very simple practice that we have to keep doing the second day. We have to keep saying this line whenever we are reminded of the name. I am love and I send love to name. Feel the love go from your heart to that someone or something. Feel your connection. Go to sleep with this same exercise of transmitting love. So the same way we have to repeat the prayer in the morning and in the night, and whenever in the day you're reminded of. Yes. Let's just finish the third day prayer and then we can take the questions. Third day, start the day and finish it with this prayer. Dear God, my Creator, thank you for making me perfect and for keeping me perfect, even as I attempted to separate myself from you. Thank you for making me invulnerable to any negative or uninvited influences. Thank you for giving me the means to clear my aura and fill it with your love. Thank you for keeping intact my whole self and my name, even as I temporarily wandered off. So this was the week where we asked for, we actually learned about clearing our uninvited influences from our aura, and we also asked for a signal from the higher self. So this practice we have to do on the third day again, just in case, just as a revision of the previous practice, we will do this on the third day. And the quiet period practice on the third day this week would be, today, begin your quiet period by clearing your aura of any uninvited influences. Use the words you memorized the third week and begin each quiet period with those words, the lines that we used for clearing our aura. In the quiet period today, just enjoy the love pulsating and allow your attention to be with the signal from your higher self. So we have to feel that connection through the signal that we get from higher self, and we feel that connection and we also send love to everyone and everything. Then during the day, make a special effort to close your aura to all except your higher self whenever you go into crowds or areas of illness or negativity. And go to sleep tonight thinking of God's qualities and unifying with them by recognizing that you are, go a little, Preeti, can you scroll a bit? That you are of those same qualities. So this practice is the standard practice that we have been doing. Going to sleep, recognizing of God's qualities, sending love, and daytime practice is separate for all the 3 days. So just when you start the day with reading the chapter also, so that you kind of go through all the words again and see how your understanding has changed over these weeks. So these are the basic practices. I think Preeti ji and Shailesh ji, if you want to add something, you can add here.
Yes, good day. Welcome all the participants. I would just like to add a little bit here. So now you've seen what's written in this chapter, the first 3 days practice. Just want to bring your awareness to what are we doing in this week. We are reviewing the practices all together. So week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7. All 7 week practices, one day at a time. So on day 1, the day today, you are going to practice the week 1 practice. Okay. And now in the content of this chapter, you see that we have a prayer included here. This prayer is gratitude for what we received during week 1. Okay. And why do we do this gratitude? Why are we doing the review? Review is one thing, is that to make sure that yes, I have achieved what was intended in week 1, right? But gratitude part of it is very significant, very, very important. If you know, in our Indian tradition, whenever we do any puja or something, you give um, uh, um, something to the priest who does the puja for you, right? You give something to the priest, right? We call it dakshina. So the purpose of dakshina is not, I mean, like you have given the priest money, clothes, and fruits, and whatever you want to give, and on top of that, you give them dakshina. Dakshina is over and above. Why do we do that? The purpose of dakshina is that I am grateful that you accepted my dan. What I have given to you, you have accepted it, and I am grateful for that. That is dakshina. So, this gratitude is actually the final thing for us being able to receive in this chapter. So, in week 1, whatever we learned, towards that, we are giving gratitude that yes, I acknowledge whatever I have learned in this week, and I am grateful for each one of those things. And those things are written there in the prayer, that this is what I have received and I am grateful for it. That gratitude ensures that I have understood what I learned. I have understood those practices. So this is almost like the dakshina part of it, right? So be in that mode. Be aware of that aspect of gratitude. The very, very important aspect of gratitude. This is what makes us receptive, makes us accepting of what we are learning. Okay, so be in that spirit throughout this week. So each day we are going to be expressing our gratitude, feeling our gratitude, living our gratitude for each one of those weeks that we have done earlier. This is what I want to say, just as a background to what we are doing today. Okay? Yes.
I also noticed many questions on higher self. So please, if you have missed any of the week's practice, it's a good time to catch up on that. So while going through the revision, you can go through the videos you have missed and catch up with the understanding. And the day we are doing reading, and even after the meditation and the question answers have been very helpful for us to understand. So about the higher self and whole self, we have learned that there is no two self, lower self or higher self. We are just one whole self. And by connecting with our higher self, we are activating our whole self. So in this body, we are activating our higher self and living that. So we started that making connection and communication, and slowly, bit by bit, every chapter. So the second day practice, it says that I am grateful for making me experience my whole self, making me unchangeable over period of time. So whoever I was, I'm just the same as you created me still in this moment. So that was the day 2 prayer. And day 3, it says, I'm grateful for giving me this tool for clearing my aura so that I can experience my whole self. Even though I was in illusion for some time, but I came back here to my whole self, to my real self. So I'm grateful about that. So such a beautiful prayers. We never thought about it. To be grateful for all that is there, for the creation, for the nature, for who created it, for and for how we have been created, because we never knew who we are. And these aura cleansing process, they helped us to know actual may that we are that divine, not that temporary anger, that frustration or irritation is just temporary. The whole true self, love self, the God self is permanent, is always there. It is permanent. So recognizing all that prayer, go and read it with feelings and be grateful about it. Feel the joy of it. And then reread the chapter, do the practice, see the understanding where we have reached. And this week is very much to be with our own self in gratitude. And like we just have 3 days to be together here, so that is why we are combining the 3 chapters, the 3-day prayer together, and we'll be meditating together on that. And but you do your day 1 to day 7 practice individually each day. Okay, you will get the reminders every day in the week in the group. So but just continue your own practice. Any question, any further question? Sheelam ji, you still have?
One and all. My question was for the day 2. There are 2 blanks of the name. The first blank name was for higher self name. Now the
Yes.
second is the name to whom we are sending the love,
Yes.
because they right. It's not to
Yeah.
higher self.
No.
Okay.
First is the higher self, and then second is for send love to
whom
anything and everything.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to clarify that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And whenever you repeat, you can send love to a different person, right? Different name.
Yeah.
So we can go ahead into the meditation now.
Yeah, we can go into meditation. Shailesh, can you just pin your screen because I'll keep my camera off. There's some connection issue here.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
yeah. Thank you.
Music you want to play, Nehaji, or Shailesh can play?
Music, I can play. I think it's
What
getting
is it?
stable. Yeah, I can play.
Okay.
Yeah. So everyone, just get ready. Get comfortable. You can dim the lights. And you can just find a comfortable, quiet spot for you where you are not disturbed and you can feel this feeling deeply. We are reminded through this chapter to recognize this feeling of gratitude. So let's be completely comfortable, be at ease. Hands clasped, legs crossed, giving an indication to yourself that you are ready for this process, a process of just feeling, going to a place beyond our body, beyond our thoughts. Closing our eyes and just feeling the words. We don't have to do anything in this hour. Just being receptive and not getting lost in thoughts, in the wanderings of our mind. Once we realize out of our own experience that which we have received is uncomparable joy, love, happiness. Then gratitude is what remains. Being grateful is this deep, deep, deep feeling. Which is even more than giving love. It cannot be given words. It's so much love that we can not express it. This is the love we feel when we are connected with the entire creation. We feel gratitude because we feel that we are connected. We feel so blessed with everything. We are so lucky each day to just be alive, to experience a new day, new sounds, new sights, new things to hear, new things to taste. And we have our breath with us to feel all this and to make us feel all this. So breathe as if you're breathing for the first time. Setting in an intention with each breath. To feel love, feel joy, feel abundance. You are joy. You are happiness. You are abundance. how this beautiful breath is protecting us, is a bridge between our mind and body, making us feel and perceive things. So feel it, completely absorb this experience, breathing in, the breath going through your nostrils, top of your head, then flowing into your body, feeling your spine, feeling all your organs, your thighs, legs, your entire feet up to your toenails. How silently, even without disturbing anything, it is flowing through you. It is grateful to serve you. Let's be grateful to our beautiful body. Our body that is made of the 5 elements. When I sit near the ocean, I remember that I have something of the ocean inside of me. The ocean reminds me of its presence within me. When I see the sunlight, the sun reminds me of the light within me. I am grateful to the wind which is moving this breath. I'm grateful for the sky and for the earth that exists within me. There's so much to be grateful during the day. Beautiful blessings changing our life every day. And when we don't see our blessings, our beautiful masters show us the way. They shower love and they call it wisdom. They were beaming with all the God qualities. And reminded us that we are made in those qualities too. God's loving creation is humanity. Because it can feel love, it can feel gratitude, compassion, and change everything through it. We are made to feel God's creation. how blessed we are, how grateful we can be. So I thank the Creator today for making me so much more than a body, giving me this heart with which I can feel the whole existence. I am the miracle child of God. Even in my mother's womb, I was taken care of. Oxygen, blood, whatever I needed, it was all there. It was all given out of love. So look back at yourself from that life in the womb. It was dark in there, but you were your own light, always knowing what you need to grow. And you still are your own light. God has made us in His image with all the qualities. And nothing can change this truth. So I thank my Creator today with my heart, feeling each word. Dear God, my Creator, I thank you for making me in your image. I thank you for giving me the same qualities that are yours. I thank you for the love. I thank you for happiness, joy, and bliss. I thank you for the knowledge. I thank you for peace. And I thank you for the abundance. I pray now that I am led back to realize my whole self. Feel it in your heart center. I feel this love. And I know this part of me as my higher self, the one who always guides me. I know now that this part of me has never lost touch with God's qualities. This part of me has a name, and I ask my higher self to reveal that name to me. Whenever I feel that name, love runs through my body. Enjoy this feeling of love. And ask your higher self to reveal the name If you have the name, feel the connection with this name. Observe and take in the experience of how this name feels in your body. This is a beautiful journey to know myself and a discovery that apart from my body, my senses, I exist. And this name connects me with the entire existence. So let's feel these words together. Dear God, my Creator, thank you for creating me and all of creation with love. Thank you for giving me this ability to feel and experience love. That which is the basis of everything. Thank you for creating me, my whole self. You can use the name here. Thank you for creating me as perfect and unchanging. The same this minute as when I was created. I am connected with the entire creation. With this sweet syrup of love. I'm connected to one and all. But I tune myself with God's qualities. And I claim those qualities for me. Thank you for making me realize my higher self. So guiding me, protecting me. And I choose to just be with my higher self. So I send love to all uninvited influences which come in the way. To all uninvited influences in my aura. I'm sending you love and light. You are each whole and healed. You are created as love and light. So I ask my higher self to take you to a perfect place. Each of you go in peace. Feel the love. Healing everything in your aura. Just to make sure you are still with your higher self. You can ask for a signal. That makes you feel of that love. Stay with that feeling of love. Any bodily sensation, any vision, any sound that assures you of the presence of your higher self. Completely absorb this experience. So that you get this signal every time you ask. Dear God, my Creator, thank you for making me perfect and for keeping me perfect. Even as I attempted to separate myself from you. Thank you for making me invulnerable to any negative or uninvited influences. Thank you for giving me the means to clear my aura and fill it with your love. Thank you for keeping intact my whole self and my name, even as I temporarily wandered off, went a different way. But I'm home today. This is where I belong. So I truly thank you. I send love from this place to all everything and everyone in my entire existence receives this love. And I know that love comes back because I haven't forgotten the times when I have been given love without even being fully deserving of it. Let this feeling of deep gratitude become our nature. And slowly we all will realize that all our complaints will disappear, leaving us in an ocean of joy and bliss. And then life is just celebration. Let's remember this feeling. Whatever our body feels, our mind feels, our heart feels, let's deeply absorb this whole experience. Remind our conscious minds that this is what gratitude feels like. Let us all thank Mahavatar Babaji for this experience. Let's be grateful to the author of this book, Roger Lanphier, who has written this book in gratefulness. Let's thank the unified program brought in front of us through wonderful masters. In all the ways, through books, videos, PDFs, for everything, we are eternally grateful. Let's be grateful for the entire group consciousness of unified, every day making us realize our divine nature, connecting us with our true self. This feeling, let's slowly come out. Keeping this energy within us. Let's slowly move our legs gently. Unclasp our hands, putting both the palm together on top of your eyes. Feeling gratitude. Slowly opening our eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly taking a deep breath, feeling grateful for everything and everyone in our life. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nehaji, for this divine experience. You took us home really today. It was just beyond words. Can't even speak, can't even open my eyes. The truth that is felt, touched deeply. Even gratitude, thankfulness is very less to express. These words are very less to express. But it is so amazing to feel as an infant when we cried. Everything was coming to us. We never worried. We just expressed our pain. And in our womb, we didn't even express, and we were receiving everything, all that is needed. And that is how the life becomes when we reach that state. Today is a very special day for me again. And I'm very grateful for you guiding me to be grateful for that. Thank you so much, Nehaji.
Thank you, Nehaji. Thank you for this lovely meditation. Deep understanding and deep knowing today. Very deep. Thank you.
Thank you.
If anybody would like to share or ask questions, you can raise your hands.
Was the music not audible in the beginning, or there was an issue with sharing, or it seems?
Yeah, you were not sharing, I think.
Yeah, I was hearing it on my end, so I think I was
Yes,
already in the flow.
sometimes it happens with me also.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. It was a very different experience for me as well while guiding, because we truly understand how this feeling is when we are in state of love. Then that is what is there. There's nothing going beyond it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
The the wonderful part of this whole this program is we are transitioning from the mind to the heart space, right? Transition has got elements of both, right? We are not used to something and we are trying to go there completely new and at the level of feeling, and feeling is very deep. So this transition is altogether a very different experience. We are shifting, and once this whole transition completes, that's the ultimate. It's beautiful, yeah. So thank
Last
you.
night, I was writing these affirmations because in Hindi group we already started. So I was just trying to write day 1, 2, 3 gratitude prayer. And when I was thanking, I was listing those qualities of God, love, light, joy, and I listed many more what we have experienced. But in this particular paragraph, it is not written. So I wrote perfection, gentleness, non judgmental. And then I noticed it's not in the first day, but it's there in the second day. The perfection we are made in, the unchangeable, that true self, that divine self, that God self is still intact as it is within me. So that day 2 affirmation was so powerful and mesmerizing. And what Nehaji was guiding today was coming from her feeling. So it's happening within her, and it's like, sitting in front of that God we create in our mind in many ways, but we cannot comprehend his infinite state with all these even qualities. It's is undefinable. And day 3 was again like seeing myself or others, where we condemn people, we judge people, we say what not. Those wandering off, if you read that paragraph, I wandered off at times, but I know I'm back here, and I know you gave me this body, this aura, and these influences. These are all just a game, a play, and you helped me to come out of that wheel of illusion, to make me realize who am I, to make me realize that I'm made in your image and I am your expression. I am you in this body with all your qualities. It is so powerfully touching that, oh my God, how can I thank who I was looking for and what it feels like. So just go with your own creativity and the lessons that we have learned, the life before unified, who we were and what tools helped us to feel even little better in that darkness, that little light, that hope we saw. And we once we realize how life becomes when we align with those qualities, when we align with God, the nature is always working to fulfill all our needs, all that we need, just like in the womb of a mother. The baby is taken care. That is how we have been taken care by nature all the time. If we need love, if we need money, if we need any sort of thing, there's a divine work happening every moment behind the scene. But we keep complaining. We can't see what's there. God is loving us unconditionally, providing us everything unconditionally, but we are not looking at it at all. Just like an angry child facing away the parents. We have not we are not looking at what is being given. We think we have earned it. We have done something great. We have done it, but not, it's not that.
And that becomes our instinct right from the childhood. It starts in the childhood. The child is the child wants something, you know. I don't have this, I want this. And you keep giving anything else to the child, he will refuse. Only that thing I want. At that time, our awareness is on what I don't have. This becomes our nature. As we grow, we constantly keep our awareness on what we don't have. And the thing that happens as a result of this is that we keep missing on what we have. We don't even enjoy what we have. We don't even live what we have, right? That's the problem with that basic shift. So constantly thinking about what I don't have will keep me where I am not. I have everything. I have been given everything by nature. Think of the rich people, right? A person who is rich, who can afford to have all facilities in life. They also have their awareness on something. Oh, I don't have that one. I have 10 cars, but I don't have the golden one. I want the golden car. So awareness is always on what I don't have. This is human now. Right? It becomes our nature. Now, when we understand this, that because of that awareness being there, I am missing on the 10 cars that I have. I am not even enjoying the 10 cars that I have. That's when that realization happens, then gratitude starts coming automatically. Gratitude comes only when we bring our awareness to what we have. And the reason why this happens is because, again, last time we discussed this thing, that our awareness is either in the past or in the future. Right? So, because of that only, we don't see what I have. I have brings me to the present. Okay? Whatever I have, when I bring my awareness to it, I come to the present. And mind doesn't stay there. Mind doesn't want you to stay there. Because once you come to the present, the mental activity stops. That's the beautiful part of it. So, when we deliberately try to bring our awareness to what we have, we come back to the present moment. We start enjoying everything that we have, everything that we have been given. Right? Then, when you start enjoying what has been given, you are not worried whether you own it or not. Even if it has been given to you for 10 days or 2 days or 1 day, you just enjoy it for that 1 day and you have plenty more. Then you don't have to own anything, right? You simply enjoy it.
Make
That's
this
what is the important.
make this your new belief system, that you are taken care. Whatever you are seeking, fighting, struggling for that, it is there for you. It is right there, right in that moment. Just become that childlike, that infant, that baby in the womb. We all have been. We know what it feels like. It doesn't feel like what people say from outside. that love, that life is beautiful outside and inside the womb it's hell. No, we all have that feeling. And we know that innocence, we know there is no greed, there is no demand even. It's it's so heart touching. Like Nehaji, she touched me. I don't know from where it is. Like, I don't know how, when I will be able to express all these, but one day, someday, maybe.
This is what we are learning also, like when we are claiming all the divine qualities. So it's there. We just have to like start owning it and start feeling it, that it is there, already there. Why I need to worry about it? So that
Exactly.
moment, everything changes with just thinking like that. So, and then
This
you
is the
Yes.
enjoy
meaning of
everything. Yeah.
this is the meaning of claiming,
Mm.
Claiming means I already have it. Now I'm
Yeah.
claiming. Yes, I have it.
Yeah.
I'm going to use, right? So that's how the third day practice affirmation, if you read again and if you accept it, the forgiveness will become easy, because then you will see people wandering off here and there. They're not aware like why they're behaving what the way they are. No, why they're doing the things that they were. Like yesterday in Hindi group, we were talking about forgiveness and we were feeling difficult to do that, because if we understand what we are doing in practice week 1, 2, 3, and every week, we are building upon it. We are building upon that. How God doesn't know the word forgiveness. He just gives his unconditional love in all ways. You will just get a glimpse of it. Just a glimpse of it. And it will be so easy, because then what you feel, what you receive is is it will make you
Beyond.
speechless. It's beyond that. You will never think about those feelings of having grudges or irritation, hatred, or anything like that. You can come to your heart space anytime and again feel that, the sugar syrup, the joy of love, everything comes there, right there.
And
Amazing.
because we don't have our awareness on what we have, what we are receiving, we get into the theory of karma. I will now tell you why. Think about it. Because our awareness is not on what we have, right? We are constantly missing out on the very fact that despite what I am doing, I am still receiving. Which means the one who is giving is not angry with me, is not punishing me. In that book, their dictionary, there is no punishment, no forgiveness. In their book, there is nothing like that. We have created that theory of punishment, tit for tat, karma theory, right? But in that book, there, when we are in that space of love, there is nothing to forgive, there is nothing to punish. There is nothing. It's just giving, just giving. And that giving is also not coming from a willingness point of view. It's just the very nature, the essence of the one that is this creation is to give. Constantly keep giving. That's the nature. And it will not change, it will never. We have to just learn to receive and acknowledge. And that is called gratitude, right? Learning to receive like this, not like this, like this. Receiving like this is the gratitude.
Something very great happened just before meditation. I got some news, and then Nehaji guided me to be grateful about it. And it was like speechless. I was crying throughout the meditation. It's very wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So wonderful. Excellent. Let's listen to Rinkuji. She's been sitting with a raised hand for a while.
Hi, sir, and namaste. How are you? Thank you so much. Thanks a very small word. And today, very true. It was very touching one meditation by Nehaji. Thank you so much, Nehaji. And yesterday, you touched our hearts, sir and Preeti ma'am. So you told about your son story, and it was whole day I was thinking about that. Then today also it's a beautiful, beautiful, and this whole week, last 3 days also I was enjoying. It's like a small baby. You have learned ABC, and quickly you are taking steps. You learn how to, it was like to give love like that. You are sending love to others, and this was easy like step for us now. Only one doubt yesterday I wrote in the chat box also. Yesterday also it happened. Today also same thing happened when I was doing uninvited influences. So according to me, I was feeling like the souls which left from us, those are uninvited influences. But I have with whom before I was having grudges. Now that also gone from my life. That but those faces comes that time, you know. Is it okay that one?
That those faces come means those people are not coming. It is your imagination, your thought of those people that you are seeing. So it's in you. Your own thought of those people is coming. Those people are not coming. Those people are
Okay.
gone to wherever they have to go. It is your thought connected with them that is coming, and it's telling you, you still hold it. Release it now, right?
Okay.
That is what is actually happening. This exercise, the entire exercise of clearing our aura is about home housekeeping. Keep
Yeah.
your house clean. Keep your house clean. Constantly keep it clean. Dust will come, you clean. Dust will come, you clean. Right? And once in a while, you do the deep cleaning like you do in Diwali.
Mm.
That is also necessary. So deep cleaning, those moments will come as well. But cleaning is a good hygiene practice, right? You will be healthy. You won't catch virus. You won't catch bacteria. You won't fall sick. Keep it clean. Keep it hygienically clean, right? This is the aura cleaning is basically for our own health. And remember, when they talk about uninvited influences, they have talked about people who have left. Yes, they have talked about it, but not all people who have left are um,
Uninvited.
lurking around. They are not hanging around us. All those who have left, most of them would have actually gone into wherever their journey is taking them to. Sometimes some of them are lost. They do
Yeah.
not know what to do, right? Such of those people, they become confused over time. They are still not in the body and they are still not on the other side, they are in between. They are called lost souls, and these lost souls are seeking um, path, seeking
Yeah.
what to do. They are in confusion, in illusion. They still think I am in the body and they are actually not, right? They are in confusion. So through this practice, we are actually not only cleaning our aura, we are also helping such of those lost souls find their path. We are
Correct.
we are deliberately, intentionally helping them. Okay, so this practice is basically in our mind's terms, this is punya. Yes, you are doing something good. These are good things we are doing. So that's what this is about. It's not about protection from the attack point of view. It's about
Okay.
keeping yourself clean. Okay, I
Okay.
want to remain with myself through the best channel of guidance, which is my higher self. That's where I am getting my information from. I will not get the information from TV channels or somebody else or somebody else or somebody else, right? I have a direct connection and I will get it from my source. है ना?
Okay.
By doing that, we
That's
are
the
also clearing Earth's energy. That lost soul, they are coming to us because they are attached to us. They see our light. They feel trust on us. They don't see the light on the other side, the help that is given to them. If you read that chapter, it is mentioned already. So they come to us, but we are holding on them. We are also unaware that what to do with that.
Yeah.
So that's what Babaji is telling everyone, each one of us should do, and without thinking of any karma, any punya, or any pap, that I'm not responsible. I'm just clearing myself to be myself. That desire only is the main intention, to be my true self, my whole self.
So
And
one thing is,
as an
sorry,
image of God, as an image of God, we also have the same responsibilities that God has.
yeah, correct.
We are responsible for upkeep of this environment that we are in, right? This srishti is our responsibility too, right? So we are, like just now Preeti mentioned, we are helping the earth, helping the environment stay clean, stay healthy for not only me but also for everyone around me. When the earth
Suppose
is
you are
clean
going
and
to
healthy,
the stores, right? You go to the stores and you feel such energy and you do the cleansing. Then you go somewhere else, somebody's home, somebody's home. You're doing it continuously. Each one of us, 500 people doing unified. They are doing it every day. So how much we are cleaning. Babaji is making each of one of us to do that work lovingly, out of love.
Yeah,
They are
correct.
also like lost, right? They are also looking for a path, but they don't know. They're coming to us because they match us.
The one is in one line a sentence was there like we should do 15 minutes cleaning our aura, right? I
No,
was
every day
it.
quiet period is 10 to 15 minutes for our practice.
that is
So
quiet
it's
period. Yeah.
quiet
Okay,
period.
okay.
But just keep everybody and make a note of this reminder to clear your aura wherever you are, in home, outside, in trains, in vehicles, in public transport, flight, anywhere. And just feel, do that love radiation, radiate your love and then expand. Every time we do this, we are becoming more and more aware of our true self. The moment we get a little bit of that cling of something is being sucked from my energy, we know what to do immediately, even in the deep sleep. We
Mhm.
do the same thing. If we feel a bad dream, or even at night, something happens, like you're not feeling well. All of a sudden you're thinking that something is happening, I need medical support. No, first do that. Cleanse your energy first.
Mhm.
Each one of us has to become what I call as love candle, right? You think yourself to be like a candle that has got a light, and that light is radiating, and now instead of light you are radiating love, so you become a love candle, and wherever you go you will simply be radiating love,
Mhm.
right? Become a love candle. That's all this program requires you to. You don't have to do anything, just become, right? That's what I keep on emphasizing. We are love. I am love. I am that
What a
love candle.
No, that is the
example
journey,
you
right?
have given.
By doing it more and more, you will become love. So first, initially, just do enough of it, so that that becomes your state. As I said, once you know that little bit of that thing happened, and it will reduce as we increase our love capacity, to be in the state of love. As we become love more and more, what Shailesh is saying, you don't have to clear the aura. You will just, transmute right there everything. You will transmute. So by then, but we definitely have to practice a lot of sending and
True.
receiving love, and remembering anything and everything with love, knowing that I am love, but I'm
Mhm.
not feeling it, but I know it. So there's a gap.
Yes. So
Thank you.
Rinkuji,
Thank
you are a love candle now.
Yeah, yeah. Such a beautiful word you have given. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing this up. Yesterday, I remembered, oh no, I didn't answer Rinkuji's question. It was there in the chat, and thank you for bringing this up again, and especially
Thank you
on the
for
first 3 days of
yes,
gratitude.
that your journey and Sir's journey, it really touched my heart. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Right.
Thank you, Rinpoche. Rajni ji, you can unmute.
Atom Vandan Master, it's really, again, I'm grateful for each and every beautiful reminder. And in today's meditation, it was a different type of reminder for me. And I was in gratefulness for each and every volcano erupted. And I became more and more fertile soil. I was used to say, I'm a fertile land, I'm a fertile land. But now I am experiencing, oh, उस fertile land की वो सोंधी सोंधी मिट्टी की खुशबू, वो I am enjoying that fragrance carrying within me. Just like वो कहते हैं ना कि मृग वो अपने अंदर कस्तूरी पेट में लेके रखता है और and it is वो उसको खुद को पता नहीं होता, तो वो I was unawarely, I was used to say many lines, many phrases from my childhood. But now I'm recalling all those, from where those was coming. After each and every hurt, I was used to say, I was used to go in washroom and used to say, thank you for this slap. And if I need to cry, I cried and say, thank you for this slap. I know why you slapped me like this. Because it is a reminder that I am only with you forever. These are all are just a kirdar. These are just characters.
I loved your
I'm
sharing
really,
of volcano turning into fertile land. That's what I felt when I first saw the youngest land. And I had that feeling, oh my God, I was always afraid of that volcano and thinking only, that burning part of it, that boiling part of it. And it's like destroying everything. But what it is bringing is a new creation. The new grass in that land is so beautiful.
and
So,
last year in my meditation with Buddha CEO coach program one day, I saw myself sitting on a volcano, वो कहते हैं ना volcano के मुहाने पे, और बहुत ही खूबसूरत, इतने खूबसूरत फूल खिले हुए हैं और वो सब कुछ है ना. And today I recalled that that volcano was I. I was, मुझे लगता था कि sometimes I'm just like a रेगिस्तान में होता, कहते हैं कि यहाँ वो बहुत ही ज्यादा, मतलब अंदर एक ड्राई, अंदर एक, बट नाउ वो उसमें भी एक कहते हैं ना कि खूबसूरत एक वो फूल उगने उगने, वो जो शुरू अंदर अंदर जो बीज थे उनको मैं महसूस कर पा रही हूँ कि कैसे वो अंकुरित हो रहे हैं और कैसे वो उसी में समाहित हो रहे हैं मुझमें ही. Each and every day I'm creating. I have a story, means just like Sailesh ji said, है ना? And it's a beautiful reminder. Unified is actually, for me, if I truly ask that, it is a reminder for me. It is just a reminder, beautiful reminder. Within each and every word of each and every master, it reminds me what I am carrying within myself. And thank you for each and every reminder. Love you all. I'm grateful for this. Really, I can see this. It's a beautiful sail I am going on. My soul, the years before, maybe one day, it's maybe 10, 12 years ago, I was doing a small course, and there I said my teacher that I am the captain of my ship. I'm captain of my ship, and I always live like this. And it's a beauty. Thank you, thank you, thank you for each and every beautiful reminder. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajni ji. Thank you so much. Preeti, there is a request from Sheelam ji in the chat. She says, what are the life stories you both shared with Hindi group? Please do share with us too. Okay.
On finale. Challenge. There are a lot coming. So on finale, uh, it was gratitude week, day one, I guess, and then somebody asked how unified changed your life, and Shailesh started reflecting how Rajni ji is saying that the journey started long back, actually, which I came to know now, and then everything was alive in that moment. Um, taking that little step and starting 2024 Hindi Unified Workshop, and how things happened after that. And we are still continuing and we'll be doing more of it. So it's a wonderful change that we all experience. All that we need is to trust and do our best. If we have chosen this course on truth, understand it's coming from Babaji and it's a course on truth. There's nothing on top of it, we are going to do it practically. That centering in the heart, sending love without questioning, without doubting, clearing aura, and it's amazing. You just become like a magnet. Everything falls in your place. You don't have to do anything. That's how the life becomes. Shailesh, if you want to share, please continue. I can't hold you, but I am today totally mesmerized with what I experienced today.
Yeah, the entire life pattern is, think of it like you are climbing up a mountain, right? You are trekking, you are going up and up and up. From every spot on your journey, when you look down, you see a certain amount of area. The higher you go, the bigger you can see, right? From top of the mountain, you can see a huge, large piece of land, a big view of the land, right? So our spiritual journey is like that. When you start looking back, then you can connect. Oh, that event in my life gave me this wisdom, and because of that wisdom, I learned all these things later on. So, in each one of our lives, I mean, my life is nothing special, or Preeti's life is nothing special. All of you have similar life, which is always designed with challenges and rest periods. Challenges and rest periods. Each one of us has the same thing. The stories are different. That's about all. And how we deal with each challenge depends on our state, where we are in terms of development of our consciousness. So when I look back, I can say that my spiritual side of journey has been, even during my school days, my behaviors, my patterns embedded all these things in my day-to-day activities, right? Say, for example, in my school days, when I think grade 8 or 9 or somewhere there, I used to um, teach my classmates. They are my own classmates. They are in the same class as I am, but I would teach. I was never afraid of anybody kind of learning more than me, or they will become first and I will not become first, and none of those things, right? I never cared about any of that. I just felt good about if somebody wants to learn something, let me teach, right? We will solve the math problems or physics problems, and then we would go together to a tutor and things like that. So from that, and at that time there were some of these aspects like non-interference. If somebody wants to do something, I would not go and tell them don't do it. I would simply let them do whatever they want to do. I never interfered with anybody, and that pattern continued throughout my life. Actually, I would say, except that I would say for my children when they were very small, I would tell them, well, okay, don't do this or do this. But beyond that, once they started becoming a little more responsible for themselves, I stopped interfering. So these are some of the things I had embedded in my nature. Maybe coming from my past life or wherever it must be, but that was embedded in my nature, and now I can relate well. Okay, these are things that helped me remain on track for my spiritual growth. Such of these things, right? So, um, life events, they give us major shift. So as a young boy studying in school, in the university, and you know how your mind is running all over the place. I want to do everything that's possible on earth. I want to be good at everything that's happening. I want to be good at sports. I want to be good at studies. I want to be good at singing. I want to look beautiful, everything, right? So you want to be good at everything, and that focus is basically all outward. And then events happen. When I was very young, I was not even married. I had just started working. I started my job in Bangalore, and then I met with two major road accidents, 1 year apart. And through those road accidents, I lost a leg, and I have a completely frozen elbow, and went through surgeries and multiple things at that age. This is now more than 42 years old, right? So I went through all that, and those events were now I can when I look back, those were the best things that could have happened to me. How? Now you will ask why. So I was so dynamic that in my dynamic state, I could never grow spiritually. I could never have gone into the depth. I would have remained on the surface of everything, never learning anything deep. So these events, like especially this accident, made me stop, get little less mobile, start learning to be in one place, learning to pause, right? That was the major issue for me. And that pause was basically to now start, because you are pausing, you are not engaged with outside, you are more engaging within. So this was essentially a trigger for my inner wisdom to start growing. That's how I see it today. So the experiences of life that happened after such of those events were amazing. The people around me there at that time when I was in difficult situation physically, um, how people just came together and helped me get back on my feet, get back to normal, right? Everybody helped me in this is how love comes to you. And at that time, I had no understanding of love whatsoever. I was a very engineer type person, right? You know, engineers are maths, and math is left brain, logic. Everything is logic, right? And logic doesn't understand love. So, from that state, I started from zero, absolute zero. From there, I have grown step by step, very gradually, right? Later, when I got married, um, the person that I received as my life partner was absolutely complementing what my needs were to grow spiritually, right? That's how I see it today. She fulfilled all the gaps, helped, not by herself, but helped me fulfill my gaps. I was open to learning and I learned from whatever she was teaching me. I was teaching her, she was teaching me, we were both like that, right? So we went through life in that manner. Of course, naturally, when there are two people, there will be conflicts. So conflicts were always there, but it was all good from learning point of view. So that's how the life was growing. Fortunately for me, the life was not traumatic. Even my physical disabilities and everything did not create the kind of trauma that people usually would have, because I was given the support from the society. My social system supported me so well that I forgot about it altogether, right? And I just kept moving. I kept growing. And in my career, I have grown so very well through my career. I traveled a lot. Despite my disability, I was able to travel. I have gone 7 times around the globe, right? That's how much travel I have done with one leg. So I just feel good about all that, right? That yes, the experiences were not a hurdle in my growth, right? They were helping me become little more stable, right? Slow down, and then slowing down, then that slowing down brought me to stillness at one point, and which was when my wife passed away. That's when I became still. I kind of like go within now, enough of it outside. I have learned my lesson. What was the lesson I learned? That you do not hold the future in your hand. That was the lesson. Whatever happens will happen, and you can't change it. You may plan as much as you want. I was a very big future planner. I used to plan 10, 20 years ahead and all that. And I used to feel, yes, everything is in control. So this passing of my wife was a lesson that you control nothing. I learned it. And that lesson was such a beautiful experience, I would say, from learning point of view, that I now don't have any sort of thing holding me anywhere. I feel the freedom now, because now I don't control anything. Even the next meal I don't control. I just let it be. I have learned the lesson that I don't control anything. Everything is happening, and it is happening from my thoughts. I am creating it. I take responsibility. So my journey after the passing of my wife was the deeper journey of spiritual evolution, because then I stayed. Think of it like this. When you are traveling in a train, you watch outside the window. Train is running at 100 kilometers an hour, right? If you look outside the window from the train, you will see the uh, haziness of everything, but you won't see any detail of anything. On the surface, you will see, yeah, I see a field is full of flowers, and there's a mountain far away and so on. You will see all that, but you won't see any detail of anything. But once the train stops, you see everything with full clarity. This is how our life is. As long as we keep running, we will be seeing everything from surface. when we learn to stop, when we learn to be still, we experience the depth, right? And our mind is constantly in motion. Its job is to keep us moving. It will constantly keep feeding thoughts after thoughts after thoughts, and they will make you move. Once you start, and becoming still is not just physical stillness, it's mental stillness as well. So that is what started developing after the passing of my wife, when I said, well, okay, I surrender completely. I can't plan anything. I can't control anything. Let the life happen. That learning, when I started practicing it, I experienced total freedom. And this total freedom to date is constantly helping me. Of course, during this period, I go through periods of depression. So, like, not everything is hunky dory, right? Everything, I still have that cycles, right? Periods of depression. But I went through that sort of cycling, but I continued my practice of becoming still more and more, go within, go within, go within. And since COVID, I started practicing Anapanasati, which was a big boost to my becoming more still, my inner journey. And then I did the course on Seth Wisdom. Seth Wisdom resonated very well with me. It was so much validation of my thinking process. What was that? The primary thing that I learned with Seth was I create my own reality. In Seth's words, it is you create your reality. I took it as I create my own reality. I take ownership of my life. That is what resonated with me. Yes, that gives me a very clear understanding that anything that is going on in my life is my creation. And that's how, and I experienced those things. I was able to relate to my experience of going through cancer, for example. I created my own cancer, went through surgery, eliminated everything, and I made sure that through the change in my thinking, I was declared cancer free by the doctor. The oncologist, after after doing follow-ups for 5 years, they said, well, okay, you are cancer free now. All these things I've gone through, everything starts from the thought. My thoughts did that. I invited cancer, went through that experience, then got rid of it also. So that's how my spiritual journey has been. And this is the reason why many of you would notice that when I see anybody distracting from the main course, I try to nudge them, well, okay, is it useful for you? Think about it. Come back to your main course. Main course is I am love. I want to experience this whole thing as being love. I don't have to worry about black hole. It's none of my business. It doesn't add to me anywhere. My goal is here. I don't want to be distracted. This is what I have learned, and that can happen only when you go deep. When you are on the surface, you will constantly be with waves. You will keep on having distractions, and everything will look very attractive, very beautiful. Yeah, yes, this is such a deep meaning. Well, good. Go deep first. When you go deep, you will then find, okay, that's something that gives me a very good understanding of my existence. So when you go deep, it doesn't matter what you go deep with. All think of the surface of the earth, right? From any point on the surface of the earth, when you go deep, you will reach the center of the earth. One point. So pick up any path, whatever that is, whatever aligns with your own wisdom. Pick up whatever that is, go deep in that only. Don't distract then. Once you start going deep, don't distract. You will reach the center. There is nothing that will prevent you. So, this is my experience. right? So I share that experience whenever I see people getting distracted. I always request them, well, okay, think about it. Is it helping you? Really? Right? If it is helping, then go deep in there. Forget about unified. Forget about everything else. If something is aligning with your choices, with your um, makeup, your own internal nature, follow the nature, go with that, right? So this is what I have experienced, and I share those experiences with all of you. That's my journey, right? From the surface to the depth.
From unified after unified also, right?
Yes, unified brought a big change in me. So like in the when did about a year ago I got associated with unified. Preeti asked me to translate the book. I did the translation work, and during that translation work I went into the depth. Actually, that's where my depth started. So I had been going over several areas of knowledge, knowing, right, that very attractive thing. It seems, wow, that's a beautiful knowledge. I heard such and such person saying such a beautiful thing. Wow, what a knowledge, right? Yes, it's all on the surface. When you say wow about some knowledge, try going deep into it. How deep can you go? If it actually aligns with your inner framework, you will be able to go deep. Then that is your path. Okay, so I found it in unified. I was not able to go deep with Seth knowledge. With
Also,
unified, I was able to
Kelechi,
go deep. Yeah.
you transcribed Louis 101 thoughts, powerful thoughts, right? That is just
Yes,
channeling love. So
that was
also that
also, yeah.
is
So
a
we
very
did a
deeper.
course. Exactly. So as part of PMC programs, we were going through a course on Louis Hay teachings. Right? Louis Hay, there's a book by Louis Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. So we were going through that book, teachings of the book, and as each one of us admins who were talking on that, we were also doing this exercise of picking up one aspect of Louis Hay's teachings and then growing with it, right? So I did this transcription of a 1 hour long talk, or I think also she has written a book or something about 101 thoughts, powerful thoughts, right? And I did transcribing from the voice to text, and then I translated in Hindi also. That was also a very good learning for me. While teaching Louis Hay, I was able to connect back the depth of spiritual concepts involved in that thing which looked so easy. She would say it so easily. It'll seem very simple, normal, logical to people, but what it did inside in the background was very deep. And I could understand it when I was doing the translations and learning more, teaching that book also, right? I did a few sessions on that book also. So this is all adding on to, like, this was all uh, each one of these learnings was a foundation stone towards unified for me. All this was preparing me for unified, learning to meditate and going deeper into knowledge, understanding I create my own reality. These are all stepping stones which I was being provided by the universe to fulfill my desire of going into the depth, which then eventually landed me into unified, where I found, well, okay, this is a beautiful combination of all the learnings that I have had so far. That's what I figured finally. And the best part was, prior to this, it was all learning. During Unified, I actually experienced it, practiced and experienced. That has brought the change. My biggest hurdle in my life was being a perfectionist, and a consequence was to be judgmental, very judgmental person. That's who I was. And during Unified, the experience was that I was able to very slowly and gradually drop my judgment. Today I do have traces. I will acknowledge that. But Now I am comfortable with my state of being out of that judgmental nature. Today I am much more accepting of people as they are, much more acceptable of um, much more accepting of situation as they are, right? Earlier I used to be, when you listen to people talking, not ordinary people, the enlightened ones, when you listen to them, you become, you catch on to one thing, well, okay, and you use that as your filter, and you look at the whole world with that, and you say, oh, this guy is not following that, he's bad. That is judgment. You are getting logic of somebody else and trusting, make using that logic to judge somebody and making your determination about it. Now I don't do that anymore. When I learned something that Babaji is telling us to do, Babaji fortunately is not giving us any logic whatsoever. He's only telling what you can do to figure out by yourself. So I'm learning. I'm figuring out my own things, what will happen when everything opens up inside. You begin to learn more and more. And through that, now I'm learning, well, okay, that when Osho says something, that is Osho's logic, Osho's experience of life. Now, do I have exactly the same thing in my experience or not? Let me experience it. When I go through that experience, then I decide, well, yes or no. Either way, I'm very open to it. Just because Osho has said something, I won't say, well, this is the gospel. Not my gospel. My gospel will come from my own learning, my own experience. And this is true for anyone, anything, any books of knowledge, any whatever, right? So just know that I do it that way. You may have a different way of doing things, right? This is my experience. So my life experience has been this. My biggest hurdle was being judgmental, and I'm so fortunate and so happy that I'm slowly and gradually reaching the ultimate state that I want to be in, becoming totally non-judgmental. And becoming non-judgmental is a very big thing in life. That's the only way when you can become the observer. As long
One
as
with
you have
everything.
judgment, you won't be an observer, right? True observer is the one who has no judgment, simply observes. That's what I want to become eventually. All right, so thank you for asking the question, Sheelamji. I hope this helps you in satisfying your curiosity.
I call it unified is like lovingly I create my own reality. So we have learned about correcting thoughts, right? We have learned about forgiveness that people, those are there. It's I have my invitation to them. I invited them, right? So, but at the same time, we are experiencing more love in all that situation. So this is the journey we all have come through. And then there is some, if you read every chapter, you will see an exercise, 5, 6, 7 paragraphs down. But then those paragraphs are just reminders to that knowledge that is within you, right? So you will integrate your wisdom. You will open up more of your channels just by repeating the chapter, revising, rereading. Like yesterday, I said I read that affirmation. I recorded even my audios. I did that. But yesterday, by people asking question on forgiveness, today just when Nehaji is reading, it clicked me. Okay, now how do you see the world? Right? You were also wondering. People are still wondering, and you are thinking that okay, this person is bad, he's hurting me, and then this is the key. Catch it here. See from the same eyes you see yourself, that anybody who has lost their connection is not their mistake. It's just we are here learning our lesson. We become help. So this is how everything connects, and you will, by repeating, you will see what beauty it brings to life.
Yeah. Let's listen to Nandini ji, then I will answer a question on YouTube. There's a question by Jyoti ji on YouTube. I'll answer the question. Let's first listen to Nandini ji. Yeah, I won't keep you waiting. Please unmute. Yeah.
Yes, आत्मवंदन सभी मास्टर्स को, शैलेश सर, प्रीति मैम, ऑल द वंडरफुल सोल्स प्रेजेंट हियर। और पहले तो सबका हार्टिएस्ट ग्रेटिट्यूड सर, सीरियसली आज का जो विजडम था अमेजिंग। इवन मैंने चैट बॉक्स में भी डाला। पहले आपने जो अनइनवाइटेड इन्फ्लुएंसेस के बारे में बताया ना आज एक एग्जांपल देते हुए, दैट वाज रियली ऑसम। उसके बारे में काफी लोगों को कंफ्यूजन था, like as you told that in the other way, indirect ways, we are doing it a service also, like we are helping them to just transcend in their journey. So it was a wonderful example। बहुत अच्छा लगा सर, मतलब बहुत क्लैरिटी भी हुई उससे सुनकर। और मुझे ये भी लगा कि like once we left our body, so like how we get the, so it's a different topic, otherwise I don't know, it should be taken now or some time else। वो फिर मतलब इसके बारे में कि how can we transcend in our journey, sometimes we are lost और like एक भी मन में आया कि ultimately we all have to leave the body, and what's the procedure further to who guides us and all ये मतलब otherwise I had been through the laws of the spirit world book, और उसपे बहुत क्लैरिटी से बहुत सी चीजें बताई गई हैं that your loved ones come and they guide you for your further journey after death। सो दैट्स अ डिफरेंट टॉपिक सर, आज अभी इसकी बात नहीं करूंगी, वो जब भी कभी ये टॉपिक आया तो वी विल टॉक अपॉन इट। तो आज का जो मेरा था, जो आपकी मैंने स्टोरी सुनी द लास्ट टाइम ऑल्सो, आई थिंक ऑन संडे, प्रीति जी एंड यू शेयर्ड योर होल लाइफ हिस्ट्री। सो टुडे you remember when I shared my first my journey with you on my first sharing, at that time today I resonated with the whole, as I told you that sir, uh, हम कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते। मैंने अपनी लाइफ जर्नी से, अपने एक्सपीरियंस से ये पाया है कि वट एवर इज बीइंग हैपनिंग इन माई लाइफ, इट इज ऑल कंट्रोल्ड बाय द यूनिवर्स, एंड यू डोंट नो व्हाट इज coming next in your life। And last time you told me, no Nandini ji, this is wrong perception, आप अभी नहीं समझे हैं, आपको ही करना है, and you can do, है ना, ये बात आई थी सर। और आज आपकी स्टोरी सुनकर वही बात रेजोनेट हुई मेरी लाइफ स्टोरी के साथ कि सीरियसली वी कांट डू एनीथिंग, मतलब इट रेजोनेट्स कि मतलब कहीं ना कहीं ठीक है, वी हैव टू वर्क अपॉन अवर सेल्फ, बट स्टिल द थिंग्स लाइफ अनफोल्ड्स इटसेल्फ, वी इट्स नॉट इन आवर हैंड्स। तो ये सारा एक जस्ट निकल कर आ रहा है सर स्टोरी का अल्टीमेटली।
Excellent. Very good. आपने what you have just mentioned, so there are two things. पहली वाली जो चीज आपने बोली थी उसको शॉर्ट में मैं बता देता हूँ कि बुक में जब आप चैप्टर पढ़ेंगे, वो चैप्टर जहाँ पे अनइनवाइटेड इन्फ्लुएंसेस की बात है, वहां पे उन्होंने ये भी बताया है कि रिमेंबर दैट वी ईच वन ऑफ अस कुड हैव बीन इन दैट पोजीशन एट सम पॉइंट, लॉस्ट सोल we could have been, right? And somebody would have shown us the way, and so we need to do the same thing to help these lost souls find their path. That's one thing. How do we ensure it doesn't happen to you in future? That we will talk about separately. Okay, we can ensure, but for that we have to start working now.
The
लास्ट
way to
मोमेंट पे
the
राम
way
का
to
नाम लेने से, राम नाम सत्य करने से नहीं होता. That work has to start now. I will give you examples of that. We will do that later on, right? Okay. Now the second part of it was about
my spiritual progress, me doing things to align.
so that about that, it is exactly the question from Jyoti ji on YouTube. If we don't control anything, then how come we are the author director of our life movie? Okay, so Nandini ji already knows the answer, but for the benefit of Jyoti ji, I will explain. Well, the author director of, let's take, for example, just take Sholay movie. Whatever the author, director, script writer, everything, imagine it was one person, and whatever that person wanted, he has explained to each one of those characters in the movie, but those characters have their own characteristics, right? They will enact that role in their own way, with their own skills, with their own talent. Some of them will enact just like a real one. Some of them may not be as good at that. It will be more like artificially doing something, right? Each one of the actors will embed in that character their own aspects as well, and you can't control it. That is why now let's go back to Gita ka Gyan. What does Gita tell us? Do your karma, don't get attached to the outcome of the karma. Why? Because when we do something, because of our limited abilities, five senses, limited senses, we cannot perceive the other influencing factors related to that particular work. This entire universe is very complex. Things are happening for everyone around us, right? So what I am trying to do is influencing many others, and influences are influencing my work also. So outcome of my work, with my best intention, I have done it. My intention is to do something, right? My intention is fine. You have to have an intention and objective. Well, I'm doing this to create this output. But will I get that output is not in my hands. I can't control it. That outcome of my work is influenced by more than my activity. Remember this thing. Think of that farmer who is tilling the field, who is sowing the corn or whatever they are sowing in the field, right? Will he get that final product out of it or not? Depends on the weather condition, the condition of the soil, the birds who come and attack his field, and so many other factors. He cannot ensure that he will get 100 tons of corn out of it. That outcome he cannot control, right? It's the same with our life. We do everything, we direct the whole movie of my life, and then learn in the process how everything unfolds. Because there is more than my five senses happening. I hope this clarifies, right?
Especially in your example, right? It's the life of other person, choice of other person. We cannot dictate everybody's life, right? But everybody who, for anybody who's, losing the loved ones, lesson could be different. Somewhere it is teaching attachment, somewhere it is teaching, you be grateful what you have got so far. You have not paid attention to that. What you have been receiving and receiving and receiving, and someday, one day, that receiving is, the source is gone, and then you look upon it. So there are different lessons. There are people ego that gets hurt when people say that, okay, I lost my child or somebody or something. A different lesson for the same experience. So that experience is important, right? We cannot control that stock market going up or down tomorrow, or we cannot control, somebody choosing to move out, of my life, or, somebody coming in or not. These are just the energetic vibration impression of everything, like that flower of life we discussed one day, right? Everything is moving. Nobody dies. Nobody is going anywhere. It's just the life takes another route. And what if all that life takes us to closer to ourselves, to closer to God? That's a beautiful thing that happened behind the scene, which at that time was very real, and it was putting me in depression. In that thought, I was just going through reliving those moments of life, and by revisiting, I am finding my lessons. I am, accepting it more for the reason it happened to me. So it could happen with any experience, not just by losing somebody, even the failures, even that manhani, apman, that insult, and that revenge that we went through for somebody, or somebody did something to us. All those experiences take us here, come here, stay here. And then you see what it is like. And coming to unified, it is a long journey. Otherwise, we would not get in tune with this frequency, because this is a very high frequency, new energy matter. The day one of opening, I did with the prayer. I did not reveal why I said that prayer, but that was my experience when I started unified last year. Asto ma sadgamaya, thamso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityo ma amrutgamaya. So it was telling that you're coming from the dark to light, from untruth to truth, from mortality to immortality. The way we live life, the way we die. And that is why in this book, there's no karma, there's no death, there's no chakra, there's no other spiritual buzzword you will find, the new energy, ascension, anything. But yet it brings all that to you. And ask any question that you start putting here, just ask this question to yourself. How do you see? Then the wisdom will come. The first question I get, and if I put it on Google or AI, I will get what is out there, but it will not bring my knowledge. And that's the only red flag with AI. It will not let me dig within me. So beautiful are those questions, but also dig upon yourself. What is there? What I am finding with it. So powerful sharing and powerful question answer and powerful lesson every week. Even in the gratitude week, we are learning so much, revealing things. Yes, Jyoti ji, welcome.
I also want to slightly expand on what we discussed about controlling. Remember that controlling our attachment to the outcome of what we are doing, that is what brings control into the picture. Attaching, like I want to make sure that that's how my roti has to be perfect circle, right? That attachment to the outcome is going to create what? That situation of control. And the control is going to create stress. And the more you try to control, the more you are stepping away from your heart. It will never let you relax. It will never let you feel love. It will keep you entangled. So, I will give you all some homework. A very interesting one. Huh? I did this experiment in 2010. So, you can try. Try to understand this philosophy of control that Krishna Bhagavan said in Gita, that do your 100%, don't get attached to the outcome. How will you? This is written in Gita, not my experience yet, right? So I wanted to experience it, and I did this experiment in 2010, the very first time. At that time, I started listening to Osho. So when I experimented, it really changed my perception through experience. Right now, it's not something I have read in the book. Now it's my experience. Okay, that's why I can very confidently explain it to you. So do this experiment. Each one of you can do it. It's easy. It's nothing very difficult to do. You can do it. Or maybe reflect upon yesterday, for example. What all happened in all sequence of events that you went through yesterday. And see how much of what you wanted actually happened. You did so many things yesterday, right? And every time you did something, you had an intention, you wanted a certain outcome, and then did it actually happen that way? Right? This is one thing. Observe. Observe. Second thing is, for one day, decide that today I will not try to control anything. Right? Make that decision, make that choice for 24 hours. that I will not control anything. If you feel uncomfortable doing this, do it on a weekend when you are not at work or anything, at home. Try not to control anything. Get up from the bed, go do your natural, normal things, and start flowing with your normal routine activities without trying to control anything or anybody. You will have people in family, children, or anyone around you. You will try, don't try to push them into something you want. No control. Allow things to happen the way they are. And at the end of the day, reflect upon the day and see how relaxed you were at that time when you went to your bed. You will be so relaxed and stress free. And you, what, how many things went bad because you did not control? How many things went wrong because you did not control? Figure that out for yourself. Do it for one weekend and then repeat it. I did exactly this thing. So my way of doing it was I removed my watch from my hand and kept it in the drawer, never put it on during the weekend. So because my trigger was time, always short of time, constantly looking at my watch. So I said, well, okay, today I will not wear my watch and go with the flow. Let things happen as they happen. And first weekend I tried, I was so relaxed. Next weekend again I tried, I was so relaxed. Then I said, well, okay, why only on weekend? Let me try during the weekday. I went to work without watch. And in those days, our phones were like that flip phone, not smartphones. I didn't use that watch from that. The only watch I could see was on my computer. And I did not have any problem. Nothing went wrong, nothing went bad. Everything happened as it used to be. I was unnecessarily getting stressed out over things. This is what my discovery was. So you can experiment safely, securely, and then figure it out. Well, okay, if I don't control, will this sky fall or not? Am I holding the sky? You will figure it out by your experience, and then you will understand why Gita says so and so. Then everything will make sense. You will actually understand the deeper meaning of that. Not controlling, right? That's what. Okay, Jyoti ji, please. I
So,
hope I answered your question.
yeah. I was on YouTube, then I was tempted to come here and say. Okay, so what I understood is कि हमने पिक्चर तो बना दी, रिलीज कर दी, तो अगेन देखने वालों की भी फ्री विल है कि चलेगी कि नहीं, राइट? So
Yes.
we bring in characters in a script, and again they play accordingly, but again they have the free will. That's what I understood from what you are saying. Again, so that
They
also
do.
operates.
They have
That
the
also
free will.
operates,
Their free
right?
will, it's a much more complex thing. But think of it like this, that they, right now, for my experience, they are following what I'm saying. They are not interfering with it. They have accepted the role. They have accepted
Yeah,
the
they've
role.
accepted the role, no? They've accepted, but then again, when you're saying it is everything is in not our control, so how it is not in control? Because they have the free will, right?
It's not just the
Because see,
characters,
this
it's
is a
more.
contradictory. No? We say that we create our reality. At the same time, you're saying everything is in not in our control. Like what Bhagwan Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, "Karmanye bhadikarastu ma phaleche kadache." That means the fruits are in not your hand. So
Right.
that even to understand that shloka also, I always thought ki that is contradictory. When you are saying you are the creator, and again it is not you. Everything is not in your control.
Yes, both are correct. Understand
Paradoxes,
this. Let me
So
spirituality.
this
explain
is
to
a
you.
paradox.
No,
I don't
no, it's not a
consider.
paradox. This is not a paradox. No, you haven't understood it. I will explain to you. So, you you want to create an experience in your life, right?
Hmm.
you can never define exactly what the experience will be because you have no experience of it at all. Yet,
Hmm.
you are going to experience for the first time.
Right.
So, in your imagination, whatever you know so far about it, you are trying to achieve that
Hmm.
and you are trying to manifest it. Now, through
Hmm.
manifestation, other factors are coming into the picture because your thoughts are not perfect.
So that means I have not written the script to the perfection. Some
So, yes.
loopholes are there,
So, when you
maybe in my
experience,
script
exactly, so your experiences tell you where is the deficiency in your plan, in your thought.
that as we learn, because we are not in total alignment with God, so that is not perfect. That
The
time there are
outcome,
loopholes.
exactly.
The outcome is
Yes.
not.
But the outcome is completely aligned with the original uh,
Plan. Original
thought.
plan. Yeah.
The thought. It is aligned. Thought itself may be out of whack because of our deeper understanding, our deeper subconscious having its own belief system and so on. So many things are there. That is the complexity I am talking about. On the surface, you say, well, okay, I want this. Okay,
Hmm.
but that is not happening. The outcome is different. And that
That's what.
difference is because I am not able to control the outcome because I do not know where am I making the error,
Okay.
right? So universe is faithfully doing whatever I'm asking, and what universe is reading me is my subconscious plus the conscious.
So it is
So
again our fault that we did not see
it's
the forces, other forces working. Is it that?
it's not your fault. Like, what
Yeah.
if you want to experience love, right? So you have to go through those experiences that is not love in you. You are in that journey, but for now you are having that experiences of not love. Take one example then, because what you said in case of Shailesh example, it is different. Now what we are talking now, that context is different. So every time you have to think what I am putting here. You want love, then you will get love. But in the journey, you will be attracting by reviving your feelings every time. How much trusting you are, how much, what kind of love feels make you feel love, what kind of experiences make you feel love, what kind of, that love that you are seeking, a mother's love, a lover's love, or the kind of, in that experiences you are seeking in. So that imagination inside your mind, it is reflecting outside, and then realigning. You are also changing your thought every day. You will seek, like, you're feeling insecure in love, you are insecure in expressing yourself, and then that is what you will see around you happening. So every time it is happening to go to that state where we have started with thought, but then the experiences come in middle because there are something that is we are holding, and that knot is trying to open with those experiences so that you become flowing in love. That was just an example. No?
And our imperfect experiences, unwanted experiences, have been wanted by our subconscious. And that is part of the plan. It is
These are
not
But
just
threats.
about,
we are not
There is
aware of.
no plan. These are the
we
threats we
are
are
just not aware.
carrying, right? So,
Yes, yes.
so we are
They
just
are
throwing out
there.
that threat. Hmm.
These experiences are there for us to solve a mystery, right? Our life is unfolding like a mystery. Remember that, right? So, for that unfoldment to be interesting and feeling real, it has to be unknown to us. Then only we feel the pleasure. Then only we feel that, yes, this is real, right? So, that's why that unfoldment is the true enjoyment of life. So I planned like this. Conscious mind is constantly saying, I wanted it like this. I want this bread to have puffed up like this, but it is only this much. It didn't bake properly. Why? I don't know. I did
In
everything
our
the same I did last
manifestation,
time,
yeah.
right? It did not bake so well. This time, in my subconscious, I had a thought, maybe the water should have been little more, and your bread is gone. This is what I experience it pretty much every day, trust me. I always connect everything. Well, I had that doubt in my mind, that's why the outcome got like that.
So the beautiful thing here is, Shaileshi, that her question is about manifestation, and next 7 weeks we are going to understand it deeply. Every day we will see that thread that we are holding, right? So
Yeah.
just don't take it as a conclusion, but it's a good point that we raised, and it will be different at different times. But the
Yes.
source is one.
Being aware is important, right? Just
Yeah.
be in awareness of, well, okay, these things are there. Like there will be a difference in my input versus output, and where is it coming from, right? Just be
We can
aware,
still
and
make our
then
roti goal for ourselves, but we cannot make it goal when it is served to us, right? When somebody else is making, I cannot make it round, right? I cannot manifest he makes a round roti for me, but I know he is going to give me a roti. So that is there, that experience
So,
that you want, it will come to you. But if it doesn't come to you, then you know that, okay, you were doubting on it.
still, I'm pondering on it. So I think during manifestation, as you rightly said, I'll get the answers. I'm still
Next seven
digesting.
weeks. Yeah, co-creators journey.
Yeah, yeah.
it-
Full, I'm not satisfied with but still
this
I'm
is
thinking on it.
yes, this is definitely your area of learning. Remember this. I am telling you today. This is the area of learning for you, and you will be able to go through it. You will understand the depth of this, and you will go through it. Just be open and allow it. It
Yeah.
will open. Do the experiment that I have explained today. Try doing the experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Yeah. For 24 hours, just leave control.
Yeah, not
I
control.
have a doubt on a thing, and that is what you will receive. That's what the message he gave right now.
Good. Thank you, Jyoti ji. Thank you.
So while keeping creating our reality also, wherever we create doubts which we are not aware actually, and then that thing keeps happening.
Yeah, exactly. My subconscious believes that people will never be truthful. And in the conscious mind, I'm saying, no, no, this is a fact, this is a fact, this is a fact. So
I
my
get it.
subconscious will actually manifest. We will know more about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Even my experience was like that. Like I was going through some experience and I was thinking, why I can't, how can I think like this? Why things can happen like this to me? But later on, I realized, like I told you, right? It took me 4 years to find that
yeah,
I had some traces in my deep subconscious. That fear and that, that kind of block was there. And it was revealed to me one day and very recently. And it was like, my God, is this like we carry? We don't even know. And we blame others why people are behaving like that, why people are saying like that. But then we are the thread, we are the carrier, we are the seed takers, like we are carrying the seeds.
Yeah. Taking ownership is important. I create my own reality. Trust this thing, believe it 200%.
No, but controlling others' life is not in my hand. That's their soul plan. And that is also in our soul plan, which we have forgotten at this point of time. We have a disconnection, but that plan is still going on with that thought, that initial thought.
Chaliye. Jyoti ji, you have some homework? Try doing the
yes, yes,
experiment. Yes.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Absolutely. Very interesting topic.
Yes.
Interesting discussion as well.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Kumar
Namaskar.
ji.
Namaskar,
Namaskar.
all master, Shaliji, Preeti ji, all अमेजिंग मास्टर. थोड़ा एक शेयर करना चाहता हूँ. ज्योति जी mentioned that about the movie and then actor, director, writer. I have a story. A personal experience with one of the famous writer, director, artist from Nepal. I spoke with him regarding communication, and him and I share what he shares. It's resonate me, and this conversation could be helpful. So I did a small role during the last 35 years. Movie, a small TV serial, big movie. I did the play small role and got the experience. And I talked to the guy who's writer, director, and actor as well. And he made a really famous movie last 20 years. He hit, but it's not blockbuster in Nepal, but he kind of did it, right? And I was talking with him, and he shared with me, I write one thing and it become a different movie. I paid very well to the actor, ask them to play this way, right? And turn out to when become the movie, real movie, something else. And that's why I was always amazing why this happened. He was sharing with me, you know, and he don't have a control. He gave the money, he trained the artist, do the workshop, and tell them to how he want it, right? He doesn't have a control. As a mason, as a farmer, doesn't have a control how much crops gonna yield end of that one, right? And the people playing, he did the workshop, he wrote them, and few month workshop, and movie turned out to be different. So he doesn't have a control. And so resonated. I feel myself. He gave me the role. I played according to, but I play myself because of being me. That's the Shailesh mentioned, right? And the real scenario, if anyone in the actor field and drama field, they can resonate, dance, anything. Singing, it doesn't work. If you are someone else and give you the role and you have to play, it's not a printing press or, and write it there exactly, it doesn't work. I mean, in this field especially. And if we compare, unified, what the Babaji said, and then we don't have a control. Yeah, this is the reason we don't have control. This is the reason the farmer doesn't get the 100 yield in guarantee because there's so many variables going. And then an acting field, the player, someone else has to play, give the full 100%, the actor, director, writer part, but the player, and actors do them themselves. So it's the same thing over and over. So that's it's so resonant. And then I just
There are
share,
few things, like what you're sharing is great, but there are few things that we can take care when we consider the group consciousness, mass consciousness, and how we
Mhm,
program how we contribute to that wisdom, that universal wisdom, by
mhm.
programming our own self. So the more people living in that trust that, okay, I create my own reality in my thought, I know what I'm going to experience. And also remember one more sharing, Shaileji said that if you have a doubt and you create things, you will get that disaster result, right? So at the same time, if we start anything with that limited mind, we can do only certain preparation, but we cannot take it all over. So there the higher self picture comes. Okay, you do this, you do that, and that is where we are tapping into unified field of love to create things, right? Again, we are taking responsibility of things that how we want to create. Definitely you are telling about a movie where people are expressing themselves in their unique way, they're performing their roles, where at the end the movie is a masala of few characters, few play, and which is resonating the outcome that has to be there, right? So that is how.
Yes, Prithvi. Yeah, continue.
So that is how we will learn more about the group consciousness and how we contribute to that, and how things are changing. Things will change. And the more we come into that frequency of we create our own reality, we start making that happen in many others' life. seeing that perception that there's no destiny.
Yeah, thank you, Priti. I only mentioned because of the in art writer, director, actor perspective. He won a one way. He doesn't have a control. Only this one I will like to give the message. So that's the only reason I'm sharing with this.
Yes.
And Shailesh, you mentioned the farmer. He cannot guarantee so many variables, right? That's you have to rely. But you could do your best part in the moment, what you want, and just let it be. So that's the only one. It's a resonate here. Thank you so much.
So,
Please, Shailesh,
yeah.
you want to say something?
Yeah, what I want to add here is also take lessons from our own life, right? When I was young, I was always told by my parents, always speak the truth, right? And then the same parents were telling me, well, when uncle comes, say namaste to him, be good to him, be nice to him, right? When the guests come, behave like this. What is the message I am getting? That in a certain situation, I have to be truth. In another situation, I have to act, not the truth.
Yeah.
Okay? All of us have gone through this experience in our life. We are taught to lie, not be ourselves, and that is legal. All of us go through this, but we don't realize that we are learning to lie by being someone else while we are not that. Same thing is our subconscious. Our subconscious has got programmed with those lies. Conscious is telling the ideal things. Well, okay, don't speak, don't be truthful, don't lie. Conscious is telling all that. Subconscious has already learned that I have to be like this in this situation, I have to be like that. So the end product is not what the conscious is telling. Behavior comes from the subconscious. I am going to act like that. So whatever the director is telling in the movie, my acting will come from my subconscious.
Absolutely. Oh my God, this
Okay?
is another level.
Yeah. So
Thank you so
understand
much.
this. The entire dynamic is very complex.
Yeah.
And in the next 7 weeks, we will learn how to figure out
Sure.
what is causing. Yes, yes, we will learn.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Pretty
Thank you.
All master. Thank you.
Thank you for your sharing. And right before we enter part 2, we are getting into that mode of we create on our own reality. It means that we have perfected our 7 weeks of practice, and in gratitude, we are ready to move to the next part.
Yeah.
That is very interesting. I need to go. School time for my son. I already got a call. So
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Wonderful session
Thank you. Have a
today.
wonderful night.
Wonderful,
Thank
great discussion, leading to next part, and very beautiful meditation and great start of the day. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Nehaji. Thank you once again. And thank you, Masters. We'll get together tomorrow again and continue